Psalm 106:16-18 is a historical rendition of Israel's wilderness journey as well as a road map for the redemption of New Testament Christians. It lays out our journey from the dark domain to the kingdom of Christ and our acceptance by the Father as his adoptees. Reading verses 16-18, when they envied Moses in the camp, and Aaron the saint of the Lord, 17 the earth opened up and swallowed Dathan, and covered the faction of Abiram. 18 a fire was kindled in their company, the flame burned up the wicked. A test of Israel's covenant agreement came when certain men challenged God's authority, and although some of us may be unfamiliar with the rebellion of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, however, the principles that evoked the wrath of our unchanging God remain with us today. Let's take a moment and read the account in Numbers 16:135. Now Korah son of Izhar, son of Kohath, son of Levi, with Dathan, and Abiram sons of Eliab, and On, son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took 250 prominent Israelite men who were leaders of the community and representatives in the assembly, and they rebelled against Moses. They came together against Moses and Aaron and told them, "You have gone too far. Everyone in the entire community is holy, and the Lord is among them. Why then do you exalt yourselves above the Lord's assembly?" When Moses heard this, he fell face down. Then he said to Korah and all his followers, "Tomorrow morning the Lord will reveal who belongs to him, who is set apart, and the one he will let come near him. He will let the one he chooses to come near him. Korah, you and all your followers are to do this, take fire pans, and tomorrow place fire in them and put incense on them before the Lord. Then the man the Lord chooses will be the one who is set apart. It is you Levites who have gone too far." Moses also told Korah, "Now listen, Levites. Isn't it enough for you that the God of Israel has separated you from the Israelite community to bring you near to himself, to perform the work at the Lord's tabernacle, and to stand before the community to minister to them? He has brought you near, and all your fellow Levites who are with you, but you are seeking the priesthood as well. Therefore, it is you and all your followers who have conspired against the Lord. As for Aaron, who is he that you should complain about him?" Moses sent for Dathan, and Abiram the sons of Eliab, but they said, "We will not come. Is it not enough that you brought us up from a land flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness? Do you also have to appoint yourself as a ruler over us? Furthermore, you didn't bring us to a land flowing with milk and honey or give us an inheritance of fields and vineyards. Will you gouge out the eyes of these men? We will not come." Then Moses became angry and said to the Lord, "Don't respect their offering. I have not taken one donkey from them or mistreated a single one of them." So Moses told Korah, "You and all your followers are to appear before the Lord tomorrow, you, they, and Aaron. Each of you is to take his fire pan, place incense on it, and present his fire pan before the Lord 250 fire pans. You and Aaron are each to present your fire pan also." Each man took his fire pan, placed fire in it, put incense on it, and stood at the entrance to the tent of meeting along with Moses and Aaron. After Korah assembled the whole community against them at the entrance to the tent of meeting, the glory of the Lord appeared to the whole community. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, "Separate yourselves from this community so I may consume them instantly." But Moses and Aaron fell face down and said, "God, God of the spirits of all flesh, when one man sins, will you vent your wrath on the whole community?" The Lord replied to Moses, "Tell the community, get away from the dwellings of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Moses got up and went to Dathan, and Abiram. And the elders of Israel followed him. He warned the community, "Get away now from the tents of these wicked men. Don't touch anything that belongs to them, or you will be swept away because of all their sins." So they got away from the dwellings of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Meanwhile, Dathan, and Abiram came out and stood at the entrance of their tents with their wives, children, and infants. Then Moses said, "This is how you will know that the Lord sent me to do all these things and that it was not of my own will, if these men die naturally as all people would, and suffer the fate of all, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord brings about something unprecedented, and the ground opens its mouth and swallows them along with all that belongs to them so that they go down alive into Sheol, then you will know that these men have despised the Lord. Just as he finished speaking all these words, the ground beneath them split open. The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them and their households, all Korah's people, and all their possessions. They went down alive into Sheol with all that belonged to them. The earth closed over them, and they vanished from the assembly. At their cries, all the people of Israel who were around them fled because they thought, the earth may swallow us too. Fire also came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were presenting the incense. HCSB. This is depressing. Why did I have to read it? God has given it to natural-born humanity as a warning of the fate that lay ahead for those that despise his authority, and for those of us who have already been redeemed, to create in us a sense of urgency in spreading the good news of Christ's salvation that is available to all who will receive God's gift offered to wayward humanity.